Hi, Capricorn. This is Angie with Simply Life Spirit Guided, and I'm here to do your weekly energy reading for the week of June 12th to the 18th. And we have a big super moon in there. I think it's the 14th, maybe. I don't know. I should look that up. I should know that stuff. But anyway, welcome. Thanks for stopping by. I hope your day is going well. And if your kids are starting on summer vacation, I hope that's going well. Let's go ahead and get into the energy for Capricorn. You have a message for Capricorn, please. Well, we have our first card out is education. So we're going to pull them all out and then we'll get into the reading. Spirit of place. Message for Capricorn, please. All right, let's see what this one is. We have listening. This is actually one of my favorite cards. And dry desert and balancing act. So, okay, let's get into it, Capricorn. This is for education. I feel like some of you may be going back to school, taking a master class, a course. You could be teaching it or you want to teach one, but there's something that is going to be magical about this education time. There's going to be an aha moment within that. This light is going to be just like, oh my gosh, I get it now kind of energy. And the spirit of place coming in is being in the moment, staying in the moment, living from the moment. Just be in the spirit of the place that you're at, not trying to get anywhere, not reliving in the past, enjoying the moment, being in that place, just being in the spirit of the here and now and listening. And this has music notes. So, first off, music may be important to you, or birds singing. They're pointing out the number 53. So, I don't know if that means something to you, but a 5 and a 3 is also 8, which is abundance. So, listening, I feel like this is your still small voice, that gentle voice that is guiding you, that you need to listen to. I feel like this is going to be the overall energy out of these cards. And this dry desert, I feel like you have felt lost lately. Like you've been through all the stuff. Like it's just been a crazy ride. I feel like it's just been it didn't seem like the energy was ever going to change. It seemed like this energy that's moving out for you this week has been nonstop. There was no end to it. It just was like one thing after another. There was like no water in sight. But you have balancing act coming in, so that you have like done a very fine balancing act along with the angels. This is the number 11, which is an angelic angel number guiding you, protecting you. And I feel like this balancing act has been like a very fine line. Like you had days where nobody better cross that line. And then you had days where you didn't care, everybody could trample across that line. There was a balancing act that you tried to hold it all together and keep it all together. And some days it was really, really tricky to do that. You feel like somebody else was like pulling all the strings. You didn't have any control. You kind of felt out of control. But when in fact the angels were working behind the scenes to bring better energy in for you. Let's clarify these cards on the table for Capricorn. What do we have for Capricorn? To clarify these cards on the table, please. Message for Capricorn. Clarifying the cards that are on the table. Anything else? I feel like there's one more there. Oh, there's two more. All right. They came out together. We're going to count those as one energy, they're saying. So we have commitment with this education, spirit of place. This commitment is coming into play. It's like, I love this picture. Actually, this like the dove, and I believe it's a hawk. I think it's a hawk. So they're like the messages are coming in, spiritual messages and peace are coming in. They are both working together to create. They have a commitment to creating this space of love, and this full moon energy is bringing that in for you. So there's going to be, it's going to take some commitment for you. To hear the right messages, play the right messages in your head, to bring that peace of mind in for this education and spirit of place. Living in the moment is going to be a commitment because you've been in this dry desert for so long in the recent past that you are going to have to make some kind of commitment to move yourself out of this energy. And education could be just life school, just life itself, learning to live in the moment. That's an education, something new to learn, a new skill, a new thought, new beliefs. It's taking some commitment, but living in the here and now, the spirit of right now. And that you have blessings coming out after that. Again, the full moon, you have a lot of full moon cards here. So the spirit of place, living here and now and listening to that still small voice, being quiet, listening to what it is that your inner gut feeling is telling you. What is your heart telling you? What is your soul whispering to you? This is what is going to bring the blessings into your life, because right here, I think all of these energies can go together. You have home. It's going to bring peace and harmony into your home. This could also mean that you're moving from a home to a new home, finding a new home, redoing something in your home. But literally, with all these cards together, I think this blessings are coming in after this dry desert balancing act thing. Your home has light shining on it, light shining through it. This is like, there's a hawk up in the tree. Like this commitment to your home, making your home as peaceful, make it the spirit of place. That is your place. It is your peace. It's your sanctuary. But this blessing and commitment to new beliefs, new way of doing things, new thoughts, and staying in the present moment, listening to this still small voice is bringing in financial health and career in your career and at home. So these two came out together. So I love that this career is also a tree being lit up, white light energy coming, positive energy, and the financial health is also a tree, like a tree of life, and it is also lit up and bringing another hawk here messages. So I feel like some messages are coming in to bring this stuff into play for you. So let's clarify these cards on the table, please. Messages for Capricorn. All right, they flipped over, but they didn't come out. Sorry about that. I had to pause. I had to sneeze. So this is in reverse. So when something's in reverse, I don't read it any differently unless they tell me to, which they haven't. But it is just something to pay attention to when it comes out in reverse. Lost where I was. Okay. Anything else to clarify from this deck? Oh, there's one flipped over. Any other messages from this deck, please? Thank you. All right. So, with this commitment and blessings, it's going to take forgiveness. Forgiveness of yourself, forgiveness of others, forgiveness for the situation, forgiveness for all the past lessons, forgiveness for everything you missed out on by not living in this moment. Forgive yourself for that. And you are ascending the blessings, you are ascending, you're rising to new levels. You are figuring out that being in the moment instead of the past with worry and the future that isn't here yet. Living in the moment, you are ascending to new places, new hope, new love, higher frequency, like literally an ascension process, spiritual gifts opening up, a knowing, a guidance, this still small voice that's coming out over this still small voice. So, as God, source, creator, bringing that light, the divine light to you. You are ascending in that path because you have opened your psychic senses, and it's in reverse. So it's really pay attention to this. Your psychic senses are opening up, and that's like bringing that love and light into your home. And maybe you're going to do something with this, with your psychic senses as a career, because your finances and career is also expanding, and your psychic senses coming over that. Maybe that's going to be a job or a gift that you can turn into an income. So after the psychic senses opening up, we have an overflow of love. So staying in that overflow of love, bringing that in, we're a long way from this dry desert place. This is water, the lotus that rises from the dirt and muck and mud that it is in every night. It rises to the surface and becomes a beautiful flower again without all the dirt, yucky mud, and the white light coming from it, with the lotus rising to the surface every morning to show its beauty, to bring its white light and love. And it's in water, it's always in water. So you're coming out of that dry desert and overflowing with love when you're living in this moment, and allow the blessings to come in. You are ascending higher, opening your psychic senses, listening to your gut feeling, your intuition, your knowing. This is where the overflow of love comes in. And they're asking you to even love your challenges. These challenges that were back here, this fine balancing act that you had, and the dry desert, love those challenges because they made you stronger, more courageous. They taught you lessons, they brought you lessons. And I feel like that's the life school that you're graduating from. It's moving on. That big energy is coming in, moving you along further. Any more messages for Capricorn? Messages for Capricorn. Clarifying the cards on the table, please. That's one. There's one more. Thank you. All right. We had the first card out was activation. So this is, look at all the star energy, white light, fairy energy here, but everything is in white light. Everything is spirit guardians, activation, like this overflow of love and opening your psychic senses and being committed is activating your awakening with your ascension process. And then you have grace coming out, and there's ancestors that are watching over you. You're bringing forth the power, the courage that they started. I feel like this is like they're illuminating the path, they're illuminating the way. You are finishing what they started, wise woman of the grove. So this is an ancient ancestor that is coming into play here to give you guidance and protection. And you also have energy, the fire spirit, like you are feeling this ascension over this ascended process, this still small voice, and this you are ascending is bringing in an energy like you've never known, like you have fire in your soul. You are ready to go. You are really embracing this and moving forward. And you have focus, the wizard card. I love this wizard card actually, because this white light, just focus on the here and now, focus on what it is you want. Wizard of the woods, like you've made it through the dark woods. He is lighting the way for you to continue on your path. And you have Raven Spirit Truth. So this is, again, is messages coming in. So you, with all the hawks and the raven, like you have messages coming in. So pay attention for those. Watch out for those. It could be by letter, could be an email, a phone call. Somebody is bringing you the spirit of truth. It's another aha moment. I feel like everything is just lighting up for you. Like this dark desert has totally cleared. The balancing act, you kept it kind of murky here, but everything here is like turning to the white light is, or the light within. Love that. Some advice for Capricorn, please. Advice for Capricorn, please. All right, our first card out was be clear on what you want. Put action to your goals, make them a reality. So I feel like you were so lost in doing this balancing act for so long that you have lost focus. Like this is the wizard bringing focus back to you. Be very clear on what you want. Like you have not because you ask not. Be very, very clear. Put action into your goals and make them a reality. So if it is going back to school or it is an education, do that. Make an action plan. Where are you going to go? When are you going to register? What classes are you going to take? If it's, this is the education card, and listening to your heart, listening to your soul. Where are you being pulled to? Be very clear on what it is, where you're being pulled to. And your next card out is let it out, let it flow, open up the heart to feel. So this is like the culmination of everything. But this energy, that dry desert energy, that balancing act, you don't have to do that anymore. You don't have to pretend to be so courageous and strong and powerful, because this fire energy, you are more committed and determined than ever to bring all of this ascension process into being, to be on a new level, to be out of that dry desert energy. Just let all the feelings and emotions out, let it flow, open up your heart to feel, really feel what you went through, appreciate it, embrace it, love through the, what was that? Love your challenges. So really, though, embrace the challenge and what it taught you, because this is opening up the heart to feel, to really understand how far you've come, and let go of a fixed plan. Allow for spontaneity and growth. So here we had be clear on what you really want and make a plan, make an action plan and go for it, but not a fixed plan. There has to be some give and take here. So if you have, like to go to classes, if you had all your classes out, one was full or they canceled one, but that was your fixed plan, be open to changing it. There's something similar or something you can do now until that one is available. Allow for some spontaneity. That's going to bring growth into your life. And you also have breathe love into your life. Remind yourself to breathe. I feel like that's not what you were doing back there with that dry desert energy and that balancing act. I feel like you it was a very fine line. And sometimes you were just holding your breath, hoping you could hold it all together, but remind yourself to breathe. You did it. You got through it. You're moving through it. You have beautiful energy coming your way. You have messages coming in that are going to be important to you. Your career, finances, and home are right on track for beautiful things. Everything coming into that energy. I can't not notice this all white card in the middle of this reading. Like all of this is leading to this moment. Messages for Capricorn, please. Clarify these cards on the table for going forward. You have animal bond, stand up for all animals. So that is going to be something important for you. I feel like animals have always been important to you. You've always had a soft spot for animals. So that bond is going to be important for you. Maybe that's something you're going back to school for or that you have interest in. And you have 7 heavenly virtues because you've come through all the hard stuff, all the 7 heavenly virtues. You have learned to master them. You've learned to move through that energy and bring forth the good. All the shooting stars are all yours. That energy is coming, and choices. Make the best choices. So they're telling you here that you have the power to make the choices. You don't have to ever stay stuck in that dry desert energy again. You don't need to go through that balancing act again. You have choices. You can keep expanding and growing that positive energy and bring that forward. Can we have some angel cards for Capricorn, please? Some angel messages for Capricorn. You have inner child healing. So I feel like there is some probably trauma that happened when you were a child, obviously, with inner child healing. But they're showing me around the age of 5. So something around the age of 5 is something you may have to deal with if a traumatic experience happened or there was drama playing out in your house at around that age. But that's something that is coming into play that will help you move along faster on your path of ascension. And you have forgiveness and understanding, and you had forgive here too. So it coming out with this inner child, forgive the people involved in that, forgive the belief system you were taught around then, believe yourself because you didn't have a choice there. And I think that's why these choices make the best choices. Like, you don't have to carry this inner child baggage with you. You can let go of that and you can move forward. But I feel, again, like something is around the age of 5. And your next card out is intuition and downloads. So in this ascension process, this is the aha moments. This is the light coming in. You're having so much gut feeling, knowing, and downloads, like information. I think it's just going to come to you. You won't have to think very hard about what happened to you as a child. Feel like it's going to come up, and you know you have the power to deal with it now. And if this last card out, if you had a yes or no question going into this reading, you might want to pause now and ask that question because a specific answer came out. So you can go ahead and pause the reading and come back for the answer. All right, welcome back. And the answer is yes. And I love this yes. There's other yeses, But I love this yes because this yes is like a hell yes. This is a celebrated yes. Like you are welcoming in this energy. You realize you have full control and understanding of the past hurts, the balancing act that you had to do. You have full understanding of that now, why it need to happen, the lessons you've learned to from it, and the place you're going to, where you're going forward to. So this, whatever your question was that you were asking, that is a hell yes. So I hope this resonated with you. Let me know in the comments if it did. Of course, it's a general reading. It may not resonate with everyone, but I believe there is a message somewhere in there in your energy area, Capricorn. So I hope you have the most amazing week ever, and I will be back to see you again soon.